Lantern Cove, a quaint little part of the New England landscape, where on any given day of the week you'll find vacationers enjoying the beaches, ponds, whale cruises, and other touristy attractions it has on offer. Recent events have caused the vacationing numbers to die down, replaced in some measure by those eager to visit the location of a serial killer's murder spree. What none of these tourists know is that the murders were just the tip of the iceberg, while a more sinister mass of evil lies underneath. What only a few in the town know is that Brennan Merriweather, the killer in the cove, was acting on instructions given to him in his dreams. And this is all connected somehow to a drumming sound out in the cove and the fish people that seem to emerge from there. What even our group of teens do not know is that the end of the world is on its way, and that they are the only thing standing in its way. Said group of youths have all decided on this brisk Sunday to reach out to an adult who they think might know more about what's going on. Most of the group has decided to head out this morning to the cove once more, there to meet and consult with the friendly homeless man known as Raw Dog. However, has had a different idea for this morning. Last night, Chris took it upon himself to email school counselor Sophie Scott to ask to meet and speak with her. Chris, we're going to start with you.
Yeah.
When you wake up in the early morning, as is your habit, you find that apparently Miss Scott is the sort of school counselor who checks her work email on the weekends, because there is an email waiting for you from s.scott@lchs.edu that reads, Chris, thank you for reaching out to me. I'd love to meet with you Monday in my office. If this is about something that can't wait, you can text me at, and here she provides a phone number. If this is an emergency, please reach out to emergency services through 911. What do you do?
Chris, I think briefly reconsiders, can this just wait until Monday? But figures, how busy can a school counselor actually be here in Lantern Cove? So I think he's gonna shoot her a text. Say, hey, sorry for the early morning text. You can respond to this whenever you wake up, but it is something urgent that I would like to talk to you about if it's all right and you're able to make time today.
You get a response fairly quickly. It seems she's awake this early as well. And the response simply says, meet you at Jasmine Cafe and Bakery, 6 o'clock.
PM or AM?
AM.
Chris puts on his running shoes, and that's his destination for his morning run now.
Okay, you get on your running shoes, get out of the house before your dad wakes up, and head off through the town until you arrive at Jasmine's Cafe and Bakery. You get there at around the time it's opening, 6 o'clock.
Do you text Olive on your way there, or at all?
I think with a meeting this early, Chris probably wouldn't text Olive.
It smells wonderful here, and it's just a little, they have a little bakery, they've got a little cafe. Right now they're serving donuts and fresh morning scones and things like that, and tea. And you see, as you arrive, that sitting in a back corner table, having arrived before you, is Sophie Scott with a little teacup that she's fiddling with and a scone in front of her. You notice her before she notices you, so you can do whatever you like.
He's going to go to the counter and go to order an Americano if they have coffee. Otherwise, whatever seems like the normalist named tea they have.
They are happy to serve you an Americano.
Perfect. Yeah, take my warm beverage to help keep me warm in this fall weather and go approach the stall. Hey, Miss Scott. I'm surprised you're up this early.
Well, I don't sleep a lot. What brings you here? Here, sit down. Don't let me be rude.
Yeah, sure. And take a seat. A little tired. That's actually kind of what I wanted to talk about. I think Chris on his run on his way here had kind of made the decision he's just going to lay out all the cards on the table. Look, me and some of my friends have been having really weird dreams ever since the quote unquote gas leak incident. And the dreams seem to be tied to reality, and it's just kind of a lot, and it's scary, and we're trying to kind of figure it out ourselves. And while we were digging and trying to find someone who might know more or help us, we came across this picture. I'm going to show her the picture of her and Raw Dog and the principal.
She's taking this all in, and she looks at the photo and says, "Oh my gosh, that was such a long time ago."
Yeah, you look pretty much the same.
Yeah, I age well. And she seems stuck there for a moment, as though like if she was a record that had skipped for a second. And then you watch as the sparkle leaves Sophie's eyes and her posture goes stiff and still. And when she speaks, her voice is a monotone. She says, "I can give you some time, but not very much. Quickly, I will have to be Sophie again soon. Ask questions. Waste no time. I can give you only seconds, and I likely cannot do so again. Ask any questions."
What do I need to do?
That is not something I can answer. What do you need to do?
What's going on? Who are you?
I am sometimes Sophie Scott, but more often I am something that you would not understand. Think of me as a secret agent from far, far away.
Whose side are you on?
Mine and my people's.
Is that for or against the things that are killing people in Lantern Cove?
Deep ones, I find them useful but not friendly.
What do you mean useful?
The strain. Useful, yes. They are doing things which advance what needs to be advanced.
What needs to be advanced? Why?
Lantern Cove is a lantern. It calls from afar. What it calls will destroy you. And then she stops, takes in a deep breath. Oh, my tea is strong today. What were you saying?
Did what just happened?
I'm sorry, Chris, I'm not feeling very well. Is there something I can help you with that can't wait?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you weren't feeling well.
Just came on. I got the worst headache.
No, I get it. No, this has been helpful to kind of just talk it out. I don't need to keep you any longer. Thanks for meeting with me so early.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. And I'll see you. I'll see you in school.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
She walks off looking troubled.
And Chris just sits there for a second, and this is when he messages Olive. Hey, I know it's early. Shoot me a message when you wake up. It's important.
Immediate. Because I think that lately especially, she keeps her phone volume up and like close to her head. So immediately back. Here, what's going on?
He sends you like map coordinates for Jasmine's tea and bakery.
Okay. I'll be there soon. And she like stumbles out of bed and is like trying to shake herself truly awake, pulls on just whatever she can find, and heads out. And just goes without really thinking about it because she's only, she's 3/4 awake at this point. So heads there.
I don't know if they like Chris and Olive have ever been to a cafe together, so I think Chris just buys a latte for her and like I don't know what type of coffee you like, but this seems like a safe guess.
Oh, yeah, no, this is fine. Caffeine. I don't think it matters what it tastes like right now. Um, she takes a sip and just kind of. Why are you here?
I just met with Sophie Scott.
I'm sorry.
And it's weird. Sophie she's like there she said to consider her like a secret agent, but like it wasn't her. There's something that was speaking through her, but it seemed to want to answer my questions and talk to me. It wasn't trying to hide things from me necessarily.
Was it like the fairy creatures that were in the dream?
Maybe it said that the fish people are called the deep ones, and that the deep ones are useful to it. I don't know what side it's on. It doesn't seem to be against us, but it says that Lantern Cove is a lantern, and that it's calling to something far, far away. I don't know. Is it trying to snuff the lantern? I don't understand.
I don't. I'm so angry at you for doing this without telling us. I get why you did it. That is beside the point. I just have to say that first, okay? But she takes out her phone and she's just writing these notes. She's writing in everything that you said. Lantern Cove is a lantern and it's calling. Oh my god. I don't think. Yeah, I think that it's calling something bad. I mean, that has to be it. Otherwise, why would it matter? But god damn it. We're going to see Raw Dog later. And I think that these are some really good questions. I hate that this is a thing that is actually going to be important and is probably going to work. I don't want to go see this guy.
I don't either. I was kind of expecting my meeting with Sophie to take longer.
That's so interesting that she's like a vessel for something else.
She can't be that thing's only vessel.
But she looks the same, so maybe she's
either a very good actor or she's completely unaware that something else is using her. I think we could probably talk to it again, but it seems to really put a strain on her when it happens. I don't think it's something we could do soon, but maybe in a week or something we can see if the thing is willing to talk to us again, or...
Yeah. Well, and maybe we watch her at school and see if she's acting off?
Please don't tell Atticus to watch her.
I will. I'll do it. I'll watch. It's what I'm good. I'm good at watching and not being noticed. So I will watch.
I might go talk to her tomorrow.
I don't know that that's a good idea. Will you come? Will you come with us? I don't want to be the only one. Everybody else gets so excited by this person, and I don't want to be the only one who doesn't agree.
Is there something else useful we could do instead?
No, I think there needs to be two sides of a conversation there. Please don't make me do it by myself.
Fine, all right, yeah.
Okay, I thank you. Besides, you're the one who talked to Sophie, and I think that's maybe he knows. Maybe there's something, because he looks different. So maybe you can ask him, like, and see if he's ever experienced what you experienced with this person.
Yeah. Yeah, we can ask. But I don't know. I'm not sure I fit this group. I'm not a hero. I'm not smart. I'm not good at investigating mysteries. All I do is hit things and make the rest of the group angry. I'm not sure I should be a part of this. I wouldn't, if it was a choice, I don't think I'd be doing this.
She reaches out and grabs your hand and just holds on to it tight. Maybe you don't think that, but there is a reason why you were in this. It's not random. It cannot be random.
Of course it can be random. Everything's random. It's all luck of the draw. And some of us get shit draws, Olive.
I refuse. I refuse that, because guess what? We need you. We need you to balance this out. We need all of us. I need you. You're not stupid.
I'm not smart.
You're okay, but like, you are smart.
Smart enough to know that I've been useless in every investigation so far.
Okay, we don't need everybody to investigate. I mean, have you seen Freya? Like, Freya just goes. Like if it's purely based on investigation, like, that's the Freya show. Like, that's good. I'm terrible at investigation. I can't investigate anything. It feels like all I do is be like this weird, like, go-between.
But you're like a team captain. You make sure people are on the field in the right positions, doing the right things, right? You're able to coordinate people and keep people calm and keep us focused on the mission. And I'm sorry.
No, okay. I don't like being the team captain because that's weird, and I don't like to be perceived like that. But like, fine. If I'm the team captain, then I'm telling you where you belong on the field.
Okay.
You want your players to listen to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I know. We need strength. You protect us. And you're not stupid. And maybe you're not book smart or whatever, but you are so smart in so many other ways. Okay?
It's very clear that Chris does not believe that at all, but he kind of nods along. I'll be there, but don't get it twisted. I'm there for you. The rest of the gang, when this is over, I could honestly care less. But if you need me there, I'll be there.
Please don't say that like that to everybody, because that's demoralizing. But I'm
not gonna walk into the meeting and be like, hey, all of you hate me, and if we had a choice we wouldn't interact. No, I'm not gonna kick things off like that. Are you kidding me?
Listen, weird shit has been happening, and I have never had this many people that I would consider friends. So I'm struggling with handling these social interactions. So anyway, thank you. I can't begin. If you're just there for me, that is something that I will always thank you for. I appreciate it. If that's the only thing, I will take that. Maybe something will change your mind. Maybe they won't, but I will take it. They've got to know that you talked to Sophie, though. So
that's fine. I don't care. They can know.
Okay. All right. Well, there's really no point in texting because no one else is going to be awake. Maybe Atticus?
Atticus is absolutely on his 20-mile bike ride. I have a grade in athletics now that I need to maintain. Also has a stepfather that he's trying to get out of the house to avoid on the weekends as well. So gets up, not quite 6, but probably like if it's around 8. Atticus probably got up at like 7, and is riding his bike and going to like the rec center to shower before he meets up with you guys.
Did we make a decision on where we're like when and where we were meeting to like get started? It's been a second.
I don't think we ever set a place. I think we did actually. We talked about the school. I remember now. We talked about not the inside, but the
practice field?
Yeah. There's like an equipment shed or something we said that's like probably has no cameras and nobody would care about if they
Like
found
a
us there.
side parking lot. Yeah, like a utility
Yeah, we went
parking
there
lot.
in like session 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Session 1, I think, right? Or 2, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she tells Chris like, "Hey, this is the plan. Like, meet there, and it's like we were gonna go probably like around noonish, like 11 or so. I don't know. Do you need to finish your run and everything, or what's your plan?"
Yeah, finish my run, I guess. Just take a shower, try to cool down before I have to see everyone else, and get my head back in the game.
Okay. Listen, maybe I'm somehow a team captain here, but I'm learning from the best. So,
Thanks, Olive.
no, thanks. I mean, again, so annoyed that you did this by yourself, but it's really fucking brave of you to do that.
I understand that bravery and stupidity are pretty close, so, that's what it takes.
She hits his arm. Every time you say you're stupid, I'm going to hit you. And I know it doesn't mean shit, because you're really strong and I am not, but
I'll
you're not
go
stupid.
back to normal Chris when we see each other next. Don't worry.
She hesitates for a moment, and then she's like, "Well, fuck it," and she gives him a big hug.
I think he tenses, immediate fight or flight, but relaxes and hugs her back.
Okay, I'm gonna go home. I just realized I don't know what I'm wearing. I gotta go. This isn't good. Do you have stuff you need to go to? Do you need anything special to walk out there? Do you need me to grab anything?
I need to grab a fresh pair of clothes to leave at your place so that I don't come home smelling like weed.
Yeah. I feel like it's more likely to be piss, but probably a good idea either way. It's gonna be gross. Real gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, thanks for the latte. I'll see you in a few hours.
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Okay. She kind of watches him go and just sits with her latte, questioning her life.
We move to Gus's house. Gus, you wake up feeling okay, like you partied pretty hard last night,
Mm-hmm.
which you did.
Of course.
But you wake up and remember it is Sunday, and today is the day you go see Raw Dog, and you've had people spending the night, so you've got people in the house. One of those people is Dustin, and is expecting you to provide a boon.
Shit. Yeah. Okay.
What do you do when you wake up?
Is Dustin still asleep?
Yes.
I gotta go over to him, and I'm gonna be very quiet and trying not to wake him up. I'm gonna get close to him, and I'm gonna just shake him a little bit. Dustin, Hey,
Ah,
Dustin.
yes. Don't shake me. Oh, hi. Yes.
What was the show again?
Call it the house on the hill.
House on the Hill?
Yeah.
How many seasons do you want of this?
Well, it went for 5 seasons.
Okay.
It, okay. Oh my gosh, is this real?
Yeah, it's gonna be real. Is there anybody you've always wanted to see in it?
Everyone should see it. It's. I think it's the pinnacle of children's entertainment.
Get your shit together. I said, who do you want to see in it? Is there any
In it.
celebrities? Do you want the Muppets to have an episode? I don't know.
No. I just want to see it again. I feel like it is a cinematic masterpiece that they did right the first time,
Okay,
but nobody remembers it.
Dustin, I want you to think really hard. This might change the fabric of reality itself. You know how much our society hinges on the entertainment we watch? I'm gonna make this show go on forever and have been going on since the dawn of television. So you'll have enough fucking episodes of House on the Hill to fill that small little 15-year-old brain of yours. You understand?
It's amazing.
I fucking know. Call me your genie. Okay. Let's get this shit going. Gus rubs his hands together. Okay, House on the Hill. You gotta think, it all hinges on the rhyme, Dustin. So we really gotta get this right. House on the Hill. It always will. In perpetuity. With continuity. Okay, I'm just gonna give it a shot. Okay, calling on the universe. Let's just burn through all these fate points to cast the spell using Zelda's skills. And a voice emits from Gus's throat, and it doesn't sound like him at all. To grant this boon to forever last, we bring a show forgotten from the past. Little House on the Hill, a tale well known, will go on for perpetuity, forever, never dethroned. And I wrinkle my nose and cross my arms and blink like I dream of Jeannie. Okay, here we go. I don't know what's gonna happen. Okay, that is a fantastic.
Fantastic. Well, Gus, as the final word leaves your lips, it's as though violet light is ripped from your body and into the ether. The sensation is familiar. It feels as though your whole body is on fire. The spell reaches out to change reality, to find an old television show and put it into syndication. But no such show, Gus, has ever existed. Unable to find its object, the spell begins to withdraw until another energy that you sense as a wave of colors, like the dim rainbow of an oil slick, emanates from Dustin and joins your magic, guiding it to another, darker, less stable reality wherein such a thing does exist. You don't have enough power for this, you can sense that. The power required to bring an aspect of one reality into another is too much even for you. But your power is now joined with Dustin's, and that power will not stop, will not let you stop.
Oh,
A
no.
long, unbearable scream echoes through your mind as the being bonded to you and providing you with magical power from your dreams is drained of all it has, and then perhaps of all that it is, and still the other power demands more. It works. You feel reality stretch and stretch until finally it gives free and tears, and a small but profound change is made in the world. The children's show House on the Hill is now a real thing that everyone remembers, and anyone who wants to watch it can go and stream it. Its formative power on the minds of children now grown to their teen years is subtle and hard to measure, but it is there. The past and present are now something new. And as your magic fades and your senses recede, you are left with a final impression. The universe is now weaker here, more vulnerable, and something impossibly large and impossibly hungry has noticed. As the world takes a step towards its ending, the burning sensation fades, and you are left feeling alone and empty.
I punched Dustin in the face.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, that's the correct
Just
answer.
Straight the fuck up.
Good answer. Good answer.
You can make a fight roll if you want, or we can just have this as a punch.
I want. That is a good.
All right, Dustin has no fight, so he's gonna be good. Oh, he rolled pretty well though. He ducks back, but does not avoid your punch, and falls to the ground, screaming.
Who the fuck are you? I have a stunt that says I can heavy object swing. Do you think Dustin would be considered a heavy object?
Oh my god.
Do you have any fate points left?
I don't.
We're gonna do the most dangerous thing we've done this campaign, and you blew your fate points on a TV show that inadvertently tore a hole in the fabric of reality.
I would say some would call that the perfect narrative move.
This is we've revealed that Dustin is from another universe.
Yeah, I scream at him.
He's lying on the floor of your bedroom, crying.
Get out.
Did you do it? Is it?
What the? That's the question you asked me? You hijacked my magic. And you asked me, did I do it? What are you, some kind of like shadow fucking mage?
What?
I saw your oil slick powers, you piece of fuck. I don't need this heat right now. Your show never existed, but now it exists, and it tore a rip in the fabric of reality, so your master or whatever can come the fuck in. Congratulations.
What?
What? I've never hit anybody in my entire life. That was something I thought was a fucking rule, a law that I would always follow. And now, you piece of fuck. Out of my house.
He runs. He straight up runs.
I am so mad. I cry.
Freya wakes up to that.
Probably does wake Freya up at that point.
What the fuck just happened?
Dustin's an evil fucking worm from another galaxy, and he ripped a hole in the time-space continuum.
What?
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm... Hold on. I need to wake up. Give me a second. Could you say that again?
Dustin is like a space worm thing. And he
Space worm.
tore...
Could you...
Yeah.
Hold on. Can we start with space worm?
Yeah, it's a derogatory term I'm workshopping. He wished for a show that doesn't exist, then hijacked my magic with his oil slick looking magic and tore a rip in the space-time continuum.
Okay. I have a lot of questions, but I think I might still be high from last night. Okay, so hole in space and time. Can you talk about more of that?
Dustin's, you know the show House on the, you know the one.
Yeah, House on
Yeah.
the I
Been
watched
going
that.
going on
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
that never existed before.
What?
It existed in some sort of other dimension, and I cast a spell.
Of course it existed. I remember watching it growing up.
I know I'm very powerful. I cast a spell, and Dustin is some sort of interdimensional wizard who hijacked my magic by using his oil slick aura
So okay.
to reach
Okay.
into another dimension where this show that you now remember called House of the whatever the fuck.
Okay, so not to be mean, but so what you're saying is that you finally got some retribution for just fucking around with your magic.
Yeah, it's the universe's way of saying this. You've been taking the easy way out so many fucking times, so let me throw a fucking 15-year-old prick in your face and have him stab you in the back like a motherfucker. So yeah, I get it. I've been royally fucked because of my decisions and my abuse of the space-time continuum. But
Hey, we all abuse the space-time continuum here and
yeah,
there.
we had to keep going until the luck ran out.
I get it.
But
actually.
I'm angry because that little shit fuck pulled one over on me. I punched him in the face.
What? Why'd you put? So, do you have any proof that he did this like on purpose?
I saw it happen. I
Okay.
felt it. He touched my spirit, my energy, whatever the fuck you want to call it, with his dirty, ugly.
All I'm saying is that kid did not seem smart enough to pull that off.
Yeah, well, we were tricked by. Well, fuck. Now I'm thinking maybe he didn't do it on purpose.
You know, I don't know. I was asleep, but maybe later we should find him and maybe apologize for punching him and see if we can figure out if he did it on purpose.
Is he important?
He might be. We ripped a hole in the fabric of space and time to bring a TV show from another dimension for him. So I think he might be important.
I feel like we just chalk this one up as a loss and keep going. Don't we gotta see Raw Dog or something? This can't be the whole entire day.
No, we can figure him out. We can figure Dustin out later. We do have to go see Raw Dog. I think I'm starting to wake up.
Okay, I'm gonna go smoke another joint and maybe you can pull me in a fucking goddamn.
Do you have any Adderall? I left mine at home.
Yeah, I have so much.
Thank you.
I never take it.
Good, I forget mine all the time.
I don't like it. I get jittery. I'm also really tired at the same time.
That probably means you're not eating when you take it. You should eat and then take it.
Yeah, but part of the ADHD is that I always forget to eat.
I can't help you there. I'm gonna turn on Little House on the Hill on your TV.
Is Little House on the Hill like our Balnor now? Is this like a? Do we bring something from another dimension that's connected and is gonna end the world?
Listeners, please build the Little House on the Hill wiki and share your memories of this TV show.
Yeah, just this is a what's that phenomenon called where everybody remembers something that didn't happen, like
Mandela
that
effect.
Mandela effect.
Yeah, we'll just all Mandela effect Little House on the Hill.
That's how we fix reality.
Yeah, sorry, we've changed the name of it. It is now Little House on the Hill. Get fucked.
It's somebody mixed up the house on like the haunting or whatever, and
Yeah.
Oh, the Haunt on Hill House.
Yeah.
it's Ghosts, but with Little House on the Prairie. Yay!
There's just like a 8-year-old like pioneer child who died of like cholera and diarrhea and was just like that's the haunt on the Little House on the Haunted Hill.
Papa, I gotta go teach some children, even though I'm 12.
Can I text the group?
Yeah.
I'm gonna text the group.
No,
as
you're
a-
gonna sit at your computer. I've been listening back to episodes. You don't have a phone capable of it. You're gonna sit at a computer and WhatsApp.
No, I don't have a phone capable. It is a Nokia phone, so I can like type like da 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 da. It's gonna say, "Sorry, royally fucked the universe." Dot 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 again. Do you know how long it took me to figure out how to do the dot dot dot? Send.
Olive gets that, and in a separate text to Chris says, "You didn't make the dumbest choice today."
Can we just say, for dramatic effect, that on my morning bike ride, I saw Chris and Olive in the cafe really quick, and then when I like got to the rec center, I was like typed out a message, erased it, typed out a message, erased it, and then just didn't send anything. And then the other half of my bike ride, I saw Dustin run out of Gus's house with like a bloody lip, like crying. I'm just like, wow, it's a good morning so far. That problem fixed itself.
I love Atticus.
Love it. So you do gather together. You've grabbed all the equipment that you think you'll need. This time you're more prepared than you were last time, and you head out. When you reach the edge of the bay this time, once again, the trees are full of crows, and they look down at you.
I wave at them.
They hop back and forth in response, in welcome.
Did Chris like tell us in the van? I assume we jumped in Clark's van, right?
Right.
Yeah, that would be when Chris mentions his meeting.
Olive would have filled in to like helped to kind of be a buffer.
I was gonna say, would it have been while driving or like while parked in the van, like we just got in?
It's gonna be while driving. I think we can roleplay it out, but I think it's like the like guy conversation thing of like looking forward so I don't have to actually look at anyone while I'm talking about this like actually important thing.
I think I would like to use this time, if it's okay with everyone, if we do roleplay this, to introduce my new trouble aspect that I changed when we did our little... I couldn't make my decision, so I just changed it like last time we played or whatever. But it's when you know better, do better. So it's the effort too. And I think Atticus has like an initial instinct to like take the opportunity to like get revenge on Chris. Sort of socially, if you will, for that embarrassment. And I think he like thinks better of it for a second and then says, all right, I think this problem is the same problem as Gus's problem, which is, and I'm the most guilty of this, which is why I think it needs to change in our group. Some of us don't have enough respect for each other. Gus, you literally put the whole universe in danger on a whim. And you consistently railroad people into us doing bad decisions and disregarding any conventionalism offered to you. Chris and Olive, you guys rely too much on conventional wisdom and think because the things that work to get you ahead in school and sports, that's what we need to do, and often don't have enough respect for Gus or myself. When I've literally put my life on the line for you, Olive.
How's the view from up on that high horse?
What did I start with, Chris? I said I'm the worst. I'm not any better, but I don't want to fucking die.
Okay, I would like everyone.
I don't want to die.
Please, Atticus. I almost died. Not to. So please do not tell me that I don't put myself on the line, okay?
I never said
Now, okay,
You literally just said that.
you
that. That is
kind of
not what I
just
said.
It was
You-
very much implied.
You can't listen because you don't
Okay.
respect me enough.
listen. Can I please? You are correct. There is a lack of respect in a couple different sectors, kind of all around. We're all doing our own shit, and that has to stop. We all have to stop doing our own shit. We have to be a team. So we all have to listen.
I don't know. Last I heard, we don't have to. They give a pointed look at Atticus.
Chris?
It's fine. We just have to get through this, okay?
Yes, we have to get through this. So let's let it go. What has happened before now it cannot follow us where we're going right now.
That's you run from your parents, and you
Atticus,
think you're
that
running
has
from them, but
nothing
you're
to
running
do.
straight into becoming them, because the same ignoring of these problems is only going to make them
Yeah,
worse.
Gus, what do you got?
Gus, let's hear you out.
Why does everybody get so mad when we point out each other's flaws?
Because no one likes to have that pointed out. I am not trying to run from everything. What I'm saying, Atticus, is that we have to be a team, and we have all made mistakes. So how about we let the mistakes go that have happened and start doing better moving forward? That's what I'm asking. Hey, I haven't heard Freya talk in a second. Hey, Freya, what do you want?
I want to hear what my flaws are.
Listen, you're a little. We had that whole conversation. Like, you might have some bad ideas about your own mortality, right? And that's a little bit scary. Sometimes you make scary decisions because you think you're not going to die.
But I'm not gonna die.
We don't know that. And I'd rather not test that.
I forgot my first thing, but I know the flaw one. You're impressionable, and you sometimes let me pressure you into bad decisions. Sometimes that's one of your flaws. I kind of like this. I think this makes sense to me.
Yeah. Thank you for being candid with me, Gus.
You're welcome.
Chris puts on his AirPods.
Chris, what the fuck?
Guys, we are all very different people, but we were all brought into this for a reason. And maybe you guys don't believe that. Maybe everyone thinks this is random bullshit. But it is what it is. This is what we have. Okay? So please,
I don't think it's random bullshit. I also don't think that you should be able to dictate how we deal with our issues.
I'm not dictating.
Half
I'm just
the
trying
group-
to get people to have a fucking
I let
conversation,
you
Atticus.
Get the whole thing out there, Olive. If you,
You
could
didn't.
let me finish.
I was still talking. But
Okay.
Go ahead, mister. I have to hear my own fucking voice. Go.
Thank you. Now we can acknowledge that and move on. We talked about respect, and Chris has put his headphones in. Half the group is literally saying we need to have this conversation, and you're saying everybody shut up and let it go. And that's exactly what I'm saying is the problem. You want to deal with things a specific way, and you get your real serious voice, and you raise and you yell, and that's what happened in the limo. You needed to deal with it. You and Chris needed to deal with what had happened, and half the group didn't want to. We wanted to be 17. And when that wasn't okay, Chris punched me in the fucking face, and I say that loud enough for his headphones to hear, and nobody did a fucking thing.
Clark, can you go ahead and pull over, please?
I haven't even honestly left the stoplight. It's been green for probably 4 minutes now.
Part of the respect that is also, yeah, you're right. Chris shouldn't have punched you. That's fucked up.
And I already
But-
fucking apologized for it.
But
At least.
being
Leave the van.
17 is not the same across the board. We don't want to be 17 in the same way you guys want to be 17. I respect that. I have nothing against the choices you guys make, except when you mock me for wanting to be whatever and not listening to us either. That's what the reason I'm saying to please, like, can we please just move forward from this, is because we keep rehashing the same problem without any resolution. What resolution do you want, Atticus? Do you want me to tell you you're right? I can't tell you you're right because nothing is right now. Everything is wrong.
I don't want to hear that I'm right. I want to know that when half of the people say that experience was extremely traumatic, I am 17 and exhausted, nothing is going to be accomplished talking about this tonight, that you don't start yelling and Chris doesn't start swinging.
No, listen. But do you know why he was swinging?
Is it because I attacked him? Is it self-defense?
No, it's because he was wanting to get away from a situation that made him uncomfortable that had to do with the weed. For a very valid reason. And everyone was treating it like it wasn't valid. And yeah, did he react in a very stupid way? Yeah, he did. I'm sorry.
I put the weed out. So I don't even know why I got punched. I got punched because you guys
said,
wanted to talk about it.
No, you got punched because you said a smart-ass thing.
So that requires violence.
No, it doesn't. He fucked up, Atticus. He fucked up, and he's already said that. He's already said that he fucked up. He fucked up. Guess what? We all fuck up. He had a reaction to something. Your reaction is to say a smart-ass thing that is insulting and harmful. You don't punch with your fist, you punch with your words.
Sure do.
So so that's what happened. Fucking repercussions. Hey Gus, what's up?
Yeah, for viewers, Cam the player has been raising his hand on the video chat for like 5 minutes.
First of all, I think you're both right. I think a lot of the things that both of you said make a lot of sense, but it's kind of like that one House on the Hill episode, right?
That show, I didn't get that show. I didn't understand it.
I got
it felt really disjointed.
There was one episode where they were trying to get Christmas presents, right? And they couldn't come to an agreement on who should get what presents for whom. There were a lot of dissenting opinions. But the fact of the matter is, the failure on their part came from not communicating. I think we are all 17 years old. I think that the world is ending, so we don't have time to learn how to communicate with each other correctly and in a way that makes us all feel good. But what we all can do is figure out a way, and I'm saying this so that even though you're walking away, Chris, you might think about it later. We come together to do a task. Let us not think about how we can emotionally satiate each other or make each other feel good. We just have to get the fucking presents from the store. Atticus is mean to us because he feels like he is not heard. It is his way of getting us to listen because it latches on to something we're insecure about. Atticus, sometimes the pendulum swings a little too far and the disarming turns to a fight or flight response. That's why you got punched. Because Chris can handle himself in a fight, but when you try to disarm him with your words, he does what any good fighter would do when he's about to get disarmed. He goes on the offense. Olive, you are our leader. You are. You can't shake your head because what you're doing is you're trying to get us all level-headed. But that's not going to work unless we do it in a way that suits us. And that has to be focusing on the task. You cannot fix all of our problems individually for us in the time it takes to finish this task, as well as trying to keep us on task. It's too much to juggle. So we need to pick a direction, and we need to figure out how to get in that direction. I'm okay with any way.
Freya would have slipped out to follow Chris, by the way.
Also, respect to me means raising your hand before you speak.
I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate all of you, and I love you, Chris.
Bug starts driving to try and catch up to Chris. Get back in the van, man. Just kiss and make up. Get back in the van.
I would like to have an interaction between Freya and Chris.
Yeah, I think Chris doesn't walk towards where the van was going. He's walking back, so I think it'll take a second for y'all to catch up. Which, yeah, Freya like jogs up to him. He'll take out an AirPod.
What was up with that, Chris?
What's up with what?
We were having a tough conversation that we needed to have, and you checked out.
No, we're getting a talking to by Atticus.
Atticus was saying some bullshit, and then that was somewhat that parts of it were true and parts of it might not have been. And then Olive was saying some bullshit that parts of it were true and parts of it might not have been. That doesn't mean that we can just check out of the conversation.
And Chris pulls out his phone and pulls out the text that Atticus sent him that said that we aren't friends and we don't need to be friends, and show that over to Freya.
I understand. That doesn't... We're all going fucking insane right now. And we all need to recognize that all of the rest of us are also going fucking insane.
I recognize it. And
it's gonna be fucking hard, and you can't just check out. That's
Why not?
the one thing you can't do, because if you check out, then the rest of us are gonna fucking die.
you don't need me. You haven't needed me this whole time. What's gonna change here, right? Why should I put myself through this bullshit and pain and getting talked down from someone who doesn't want me in their life, who would rather have me anywhere else than here? I'm not wanted here. I recognize that. I see that. I feel that.
Other than Atticus, who we will put aside for a second, has anyone else made that statement? Has anyone else in this group said that we don't want you here? Has anyone, what makes you think that you're not part of this? You're the one who jumped out of the fucking boat to try to figure out what was going on. When we were in the cove. You are part of this.
I don't want to be anymore.
Neither do I.
Then leave.
And let the fucking world burn?
Maybe that's what it should do. Maybe a group of 6 17-year-olds isn't gonna fix this.
Yeah.
And if we're so busy wanting to be 17...
Maybe we won't, but we're gonna fucking die either way, so we might as well die trying.
Or we can die being 17.
I did not... Look, you're getting back in that van with me. I don't care what the fuck you say. I know what you do with Jess, and I will out you if you do not come with us.
What?
I said what I said. You're coming with us.
Are you blackmailing me right now?
I don't see any other way to do it, and we need you, so you're coming with us.
Is this some sort of shitty fucking power play to make you feel better?
I don't give a shit how I feel right now. I need you to be with us so that we can fucking survive, so that we can try to save this fucking town, world, whatever the fuck is on the line. If you're not there, the rest, that's one less person. There's only 6 of us, and with one less, that's, 5/6 the chance that we have at best? Yeah, 5. Yeah. we're doing our fucking best, and if you're not there, we have a much worse fucking chance. So you are coming with us whether you like it or not.
Fine. Don't expect this to work a second time.
I hope I won't need it to.
He puts his AirPod back in and goes back to the van.
Freya, punches a tree. I'm actually gonna use a fate point to use the monster's strength on that. I'm gonna punch that fucking tree in half.
Oh, right, you destroy a tree.
Fuck that tree in particular.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to not be playing the only sad boy in a campaign, finally.
Oh, we're all fucking sad. So
Yeah, I think Chris gets back in the car, or back in the van, doesn't acknowledge anyone except Olive, gives Olive a look and a shrug, and just looks out the window.
Freya takes a second to get back in afterwards, but looks just fully pissed.
Olive reaches forward over whatever was Freya's in the car and squeezes your shoulder.
She tenses for a second and just kind of is not pushing you away, but just kind of trying to relax.
Yeah, it's a brief acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Atticus pulls out a tin of gummies and says, if you are stressed and you need some, please don't smoke so people don't get in trouble.
I am going to be sober today.
Okay. They're here if you need them. And he puts it into one of his 500 pockets in his backpack.
Chris hears it and looks over at Atticus, but doesn't acknowledge it.
Atticus is looking at his Zune. He's trying to put together a playlist of Boy Jr. and Haim
Fucking
and just
Susan.
a bunch of women singer-songwriters for fall. He's getting his fall playlist together.
You arrive at the bay. As I said, the crows greet you, Freya.
Softens her mood.
They make a point to communicate to you that the four-legged hunters are asleep at this time, so it is a good time.
I thank them for informing me and transmit that information to the rest, without telling them that I got it from the crows.
Did you just study up on coyotes since last time, or what?
I have my ways.
That's pretty cool, dude.
I mean, that's really smart.
Olive has a little bit of a oh yeah, because she had a whole conversation with Freya about how we could do nice things for the crows. So Olive pulls a bag, a little a Ziploc out of her bag, and it's got shiny coins and cheap costume jewelry things. So lots of shiny stuff. Here, guys, maybe everyone take a little bit to give to the crows as a thank you. They like shiny stuff, right, Freya?
Yes, and I pull out a 1 pound bag of bird feed.
Maybe some fat birds.
Yeah,
Olive puts shiny stuff down with where the bird or kind of close to it so they can.
Yeah.
I actually kind of thought of this too since last time. And from one of the other 500 pockets, Atticus pulls out a small bag of costume jewelry.
All right, you spread your offerings before the crows, and they are accepted. The crows swoop down from the trees to be among you on the forest floor and enjoy their little treats.
May I ask if I can pet one of them?
They don't take well to that.
Understandable. And I take a step back.
I respect your boundaries. Body autonomy.
Yeah.
All right, but safe from the threat of coyotes, you are able to make your way down the old road once again towards the bunker. And as you crest the hill and once again see the old army bunker, so you notice the sound of drums about the same time you notice the urine smell, which is thankfully less powerful than you remember from last time. The bunker's front door is wide open. It's held open by a large rock. And sitting in a camp chair a few yards away is Raw Dog, wearing an oversized t-shirt, cargo pants, and sunglasses. holding a smartphone up in front of him. He is mid-sentence. And therefore, in conclusion, if you gaze too long into the abyss gazes also into... Oh, hey, you guys!
Atticus immediately goes to dap him up.
Oh, yeah.
My man.
This is great. I knew I didn't dream you guys. You're in luck. I just got some sweet sativa from a guy I know in town yesterday. Let me go get it.
Oh, actually, we got gummies. Do you want some gummies?
Gummies, sweet, man.
Yeah, here you go. And he gives them, I don't know, like 3 or 4 10 milligram, 5-to-1 ratio, CBN, CBD.
Did you say you thought you dreamt us?
That's what I thought. Maybe I dreamt you because I just saw you the one time. But sometimes I dream things that don't make any sense.
Like staring into the abyss?
No, I was just updating the old Roblog.
Raw Dog, when you dream, sometimes when it doesn't make sense, are you a different person?
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of always a different person, you know.
That's the most unhelpful thing I've heard today.
Hey, Raw Dog. Actually, could I show you a picture and maybe you could tell me about it?
Please.
Yeah, sure. What you got?
And she walks up and she shows the picture of him with Sophie and the principal. Do you remember this?
Oh, holy shit, man. Where did you get this? This is from so long ago.
Yeah, we're doing some research and, about Lantern Cove, and the reporter, right? You were talking to a reporter. The reporter found it and sent us this picture.
Yeah. It was because we talked about hearing the drums, man, and the reporter was asking about it, but no one believed me.
Atticus is going to point at the woman and say, "Who is this?"
Well, that's Soph, man. She was a good friend.
Sophie Scott?
Yeah.
When did you graduate high school, Raw Dog? Also, is there a government name alias you have, potentially? Because your
Ronald
true
Boggle.
spirit... What?
Ronald Doggled.
Oh.
Ronald Daughtry.
Dude, I thought Sarah said that at first, and I got so unhealthily excited about that lore.
Oh my god. Hey babe, wake up. New lore drop for Raw Dog.
Babe, new Raw Dog lore. I need to hear Raw Dog's response. Everybody shut up.
Man, like, alright, so like I was born Donald Cheche, okay, but when I'm living rough, I'm Raw Dog. For real.
Can you spell that? Chechich?
Chechik. CHECHIK.
Perfect. Thank you so much, dog. That's all I got. I'm gonna do some research. Frey, can you help me?
What? Yeah.
What was Sophie doing when you were all hanging out? Like, did you guys know each other?
Oh man. Yeah, we were friends from school. Yeah, just a bunch of rich kids fucking around. We went camping out here. That was the first time I went camping out here.
Rich kids?
Hey, yeah, so there's Sophie and this guy, and she points to the principal. He's like the principal now, right? Do you know him?
He's a principal?
Yeah, it's wild. We were like really excited about that.
Cal?
But who's this other guy?
Oh, that's John.
John?
Yeah.
Oh, did something bad happen to John?
John died a few years ago in a car crash in Chicago.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we were all sad. We went to his funeral.
Oh, all of you?
Yes, it was the last time I saw him. I didn't even like talk to him, but
What year was that?
it was like 3 years ago, man.
Yeah, but 19 or 20. What year was that to you? What was the number?
Stop making Sarah put this into a real time frame.
But he knows what year it is. He has a blog. He's not losing time, Atticus.
Okay. But you know why I had to ask, right?
No, I understand. Yeah. He could be the raw dog from the past because Sophie Scott doesn't age.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Hey.
she didn't age.
Well, what age was she when you saw her at the funeral?
Did she look the same at the funeral? Did you really?
I didn't pay a whole lot of attention because we don't talk anymore. But
What was John's last name?
he's went to the Edinburghs. Edinburgh. They own like half of Lantern Cove, man.
Yeah. Holy shit. Man, I'm really sorry. But so you camped out here and you heard drums? I mean, we hear them too, honestly.
Yeah, you hear him after a while.
Yeah, did anything else special happen on that camping trip? Or especially bad?
We all came out. We were just kids having fun, fucking around. And when we heard the drums, we thought that someone was fucking with us at first. And then it just never stopped, And, I've been coming out here every year since then. And they still never stop. And I think that it's because there's a cluster of creatures in the cove.
They're the fairies. They live between worlds.
No. The cluster of creatures in the cove is the fish people.
Yeah, it's the deep
The
ones.
fairies live beyond reality.
The deep ones?
Yeah, deep ones, man.
Who are those?
Oh, did we not bring that part up? Yeah, Sophie, part of the conversation that Chris had with Sophie,
Chris talked to Sophie?
You were in the van when we talked about it.
That's what sparked the argument.
I was very distracted. All of my powers are gone.
Okay, really quick recap. Chris talked to Sophie really early in the morning, except he didn't really talk to Sophie because all of a sudden her body was taken over by some much bigger spirit who talked through her and called the fish people the deep ones and said that the Lantern Cove is a lantern. Hey, Raw Dog, does the Lantern Cove as a lantern mean anything to you?
Well, I mean, it's called Lantern Cove, man.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it meant something more than that, but thank you for that. But also, yeah, the deep ones are useful, and that's about all we know to this thing. And then Sophie wasn't okay again. End recap.
I can't believe I missed all of that.
Hey, Rodon,
Yo.
why is it called Lantern Cove? Do you know?
Well, I've heard that it was called that because when the cartographers went out to map this place, they saw like a light out in the cove.
Like over the water?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. The deep ones are useful. They did something to Dustin. Somebody was controlling them. They did something to Dustin. Lantern Cove is a lantern. There's a tear in reality, and it now has some sort of light to go to.
Yeah. Who else was touched by the tentacle monster?
I think your friend and probably Jess.
No, we stopped Jess from being hit.
Oh, do we stop Jess?
There was, and
I don't
potentially, yeah,
remember.
the only ones we know about.
I was fighting fishmen.
Oh god.
Are they able to switch people from different realities?
I think that's what happened. I think that
So this Dustin is not our Dustin.
if we have a Dustin, what if Dustin is like Tree Hill?
Who else was hit?
My friend Erin, Makari, whatever she goes by.
She acting different.
No. I checked on her. No, she
stopped liking something, right?
No, but that was before. That was before the dance. She was Makari. But no, that was before she was touched.
But does it matter?
Okay, but if the deep ones touch somebody, I don't know.
Maybe it doesn't do what we think. Maybe they were changed already.
But then why would the tentacle need to touch them?
I don't know, does solidify it or something?
I think that's for marking.
You guys are telling some weird stories. Like, is this about ones? Because I haven't seen them, but I've heard them.
You've heard them? What do you mean you've heard them?
Sometimes at night out here, you can hear them. They'll tramp through the cove. I don't know where they're going, but it's always the same with the little plops of their feet.
Okay, dude, I'm gonna need you to be about 10 degrees less creepy.
I don't know how to be less creepy, man. I'm just telling the truth.
That makes it worse. Today's a day.
Freya, Atticus, you wanted some help looking up?
Yeah.
I wanted to look up the town history and the origins.
Yeah, I'm happy to look into that.
Yeah, and I'll help you with that, but I also had an idea. Kind of inspired by Chris. What if, like, part of the problem is it's just the 6 of us, well, 7 of us now, sorry, Raw Dog.
It's cool.
Yeah. If this is all space-time stuff, not a lot of people know MIT actually has a great acting school, and I was considering it as one of my options before. But it like those paths cross my mind. What if, like, there's not answers with Raw Dog, no offense, or Sophie or history, and we like maybe there's like a real explanation for it. I said space-time like 8 times. That's got to mean something.
It has to.
If we say a word enough times, it has to mean something.
Maybe they were just the ones before.
This is all like theoretical physics stuff, is all I'm saying. It might be worth reaching out to someone on a grant.
I think we should look into John Edinburgh's
But yes,
death.
the
for
family
sure.
and the founders for sure is the priority. I'm just saying it's something to think about.
When John died, did you have a dream about it?
Man, how did you know? Yeah,
Fuck me.
I totally
Fuck
had
me.
it.
And Sophie was in the dream, and I say the principal's name.
It was just a dream where my spirit guide was leading me to Chicago to go and see him, and like he didn't tell me he was dead, but I was going to see him, and then the next day he had died.
He's not one of us, he's one of them.
What's your spirit guide like?
Well, I mean, she's come to me in my dreams since I was really small. She, guides me to things.
He's one of us. The same thing that happened to us happened to them.
No. The same thing that happened to us happened only to Sophie Scott. They are the ones that she was trying to save, like we were trying to save the other ones. That was the second persona that talked into her. Do you think ours can talk through us?
We wouldn't know. Well, you're doing magic, like Aunt Hilda.
Can we awaken one of our personas? I think mine is dead.
Freya punched a tree in half. Yeah, Freya punched a tree in half. That's, and then I reach, can I see your hand?
I put my hand out.
What if we're also causing little tears? And the little tears is what the big thing is gonna sort of Jim Carrey in that one movie coming out of the Rhino, kind of through the fabric of space-time.
That was a good one. I think you're on the right track. I don't think we're making the tears. I think we're like, have you ever read Animorphs? Right? The other beings from...
Don't do this right now.
Well, I'm just saying, as an example, they came and they gifted Guardian.
Animorphs? Wait, is that the Little House on the Hill spinoff?
One of them. One of the many.
Yeah.
But they came, these beings, they came and they touched, well, I don't to say that, but they gifted specific people with the ability to change. I think that's what's happening I think there are two sides, two warring sides. One trying to destroy our reality, and one trying to save not just
Yeah, that's what the little people
that's what
told
the fairies
us.
are.
Yeah.
I think the fairies have gifted us connection with our other selves.
Oh, fucking goddamn.
And I think they might have more insight. If Sophie's can speak through hers, maybe ours can speak through us.
I want to hear about Raw Dog's spirit guide really quickly.
Can
I
we
just want-
do the really quick? Actually, can we roll that investigation before we lose it? Of the town origins and see if anything comes up with Evan Burrows and the town and any maybe creepy stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
You tell us a creepy story about the founding of the town, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
I want to hear a scary story, Sarah.
Pretty please.
I feel like I've scared you guys enough already.
I think Freya, you have the best
Yeah.
investigation. So 2 helps.
2 helps. All right. I pull out like a laptop from my backpack.
Ooh, good Wi-Fi here.
Right.
Wow.
Oh, I actually have a hotspot if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. No, it's all good.
All right. With a fantastic, you search through various historical sites, genealogies. Honestly, there's not a whole lot out there about the founding of Lantern Cove. There, you do find that legend that cartographers saw light, but that doesn't seem to be supported by any actual history. You do find the name Edinburgh as well as the name Gilman, both being families that settled here early on.
Do we know another Gilman? Is that the principal's name?
That is the principal's name.
Oh, fuck. All right. Can we do a related, more specific investigation that might, like, are you, reveal more? Like, I'm specifically want to see what businesses or like money or any potential scandals those 2 families might have been or now involved in, right? Like the Murdochs or something. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of like their money's and everything. One of those really old families with stupid money. They're just always like, oh, actually, they like made uniforms for Nazis. You know what I mean?
Right. We can just keep going with that. Fantastic. But you don't find anything about Nazi uniforms, but there is hints of drama between the families. They're both, and I'm talking about the Gilmans and the Evanburghs, they're both involved heavily in real estate, and so they literally own a lot of Lantern Cove as far as real estate goes. There is a old mansion that's like been revamped and is now a tourist attraction called the Edinburgh House that tourists come to sometimes just for the history of it. But they don't seem to be like, they're not involved with the mafia or anything as far as I can tell. They're just, expensive landlords. Both families seem to have grouped here in Lantern Cove.
Is Principal Gilman the last surviving, like the eldest male? Like, is he the patriarch, or whatever you want to call it? Like, is he the head of the family right now? Or is there like a Grandpa Gilman somewhere crotchety, like an old Rockefeller?
The principal is not the eldest. He's just a member of the family. He's not even particularly rich. He just has the name.
Okay, thank you.
That's why he's a principal.
All right, so that was that roll, and what was the other thing we were wanting to do?
I was just wanting to hear actually about what his spirit guide, like, did his spirit guide look like anything? Like, tell me about your spirit guide.
I hear a voice, and I don't ever see her. Sometimes I see like a mist or a light, but like I just hear a voice, and she tells me things like in dramatic voices and shit, like you will meet new friends. She didn't actually tell me that you guys were coming, but if she had, it would have been something like, you will meet new friends that are cool.
But okay, does she ever tell you to like hurt anybody ever? I hope not, but
No, man, the raw dog doesn't hurt nobody.
that's good to hear. I'm glad.
What kind of stuff does she tell you to do besides go to Chicago?
Well, like she guided me to a vision where I learned about my grandfather, and
Who was your grandfather?
my father was like the colonel in this army base, this one that we're in right now.
Who was Sophie Scott's parents?
Oh, I guess the Scots. You know, I don't think we ever really met her parents.
Did you ever meet any of her family? Did she go to school with you guys?
Yeah, she was new. She came in. She was from out of town.
She said she came in like senior year, huh? And then she just kind of never changed, and is always around the school when it.
She's around the school.
Yeah, just like that kind of vibe, like like it's weird. Anyway, what did your dream about your grandpa? What was that like? What happened in that? Do you remember?
Oh man, I made a whole blog about it. It was.
Ooh, where is it? I want to find it. Like she's like, go.
Oh, I
to
got
the
the
blog.
I got the tab saved. Which number is that, Raw Dog? I'm following you everywhere, and then he sends the episode to you.
Chris,
Yeah.
you said you met Sophie today.
Yeah.
How did you get in contact with her?
I texted her. Well, I emailed her last night.
You texted? Oh, can you text her?
Yes.
Could you call her right now?
She was pretty sick when we stopped talking. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't pick up. What's up?
Maybe if you called her enough times, she would think it was an emergency, but it might not be a bad idea to have Raw Dog and Sophie talk.
Hey, Rodog, do you have Sophie's number? Because you saw her at the funeral, right? A few years ago? Do you guys
We
talk
didn't
ever?
keep up, man.
You didn't keep up.
Yeah, he said he didn't even talk to her.
I wonder how she would react if she heard his voice.
I mean, she reacted pretty positively to the picture.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real honest with you, Gus. I don't think this is what Raw Dog sounded like the last time he was in contact with Sophie.
Well, I mean, it doesn't.
He's been working on his podcast voice.
Yeah, he's got a stage voice now.
No, whenever I'm not always raw dog. Sometimes I'm just Donnie.
Donnie, would you like to talk to Sophie?
Guys, I don't know if that's a good idea. What if, just hear me out. Let's talk through this really quick before we do anything. Can we at least agree to really quick? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
What are the leading theories of what Sophie Scott is? I think my vote is flesh vessel for one of these weird fairies that helps guide those of us who can travel between the worlds and are chosen by the weird fairies to where we need to be and make sure we're in the right place.
Sarah, what did it feel like when Zelda died?
It was partially painful and partially like a relief, like a release of pressure, as something that had sort of dug itself into your brain, released itself.
Was it like a different thing from me that is now like something that
Yes.
was on me and is now off of me?
Yes.
I think Sophie is like us. I think we all have been infected by something. When Zelda died, it felt like a tick being removed from your body. Like something other than me that was never a part of me, that was sloughed off.
But then how do we remain in control when we're dreaming? Because Sophie, from what it sounds like, Chris, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like she lost memory of the time that the thing took over. That she didn't even know why you called her, that it was an unwilling, unknowledgeable. But like when we dream, we're in
When I
our
was-
alter ego. Go ahead. Sorry.
And when I was talking to her and like she was took over, the thing said, like, I only have a few seconds until I'm Sophie Scott again.
When you get a tapeworm, it doesn't stay the same size. It grows as it feeds off of your body and off of the nutrients that you intake. It gets stronger.
That metaphor only goes so far as to like, but what is this tapeworm feeding off of?
I don't know, but we have just received these parasites. Sophie has most likely had them from the night she heard the drums, or around that time.
But she came from out of town. So that says to me, if nobody saw her until they were this age and she hasn't changed since then, that Sophie predates what's been going on in Lander Cove. And it makes sense more to me that she's like an outside influence, something close to, but not the same as us. Because they all heard the drums at the same time, and Principal Gilman's like ancient now.
No, but Atticus, you and Clark and Gus came from out of town.
Yeah, I literally just came in this semester.
Who's to say that? No, that's all I'm gonna say. We don't.
Oh yeah,
know.
but and that's what I'm saying. But I can show you a picture from when I was in 3rd grade and was really into Beyblades. Is there?
That's cute as hell.
Please don't say that. Is there? And Atticus turns bright red. Yeah.
Hey man, you let it rip.
I think one of the ways we can sort of show is this or isn't it the same. Can we find evidence that Sophie Scott existed before? They never met her family. That's important. She has a lot of anomalies that none of us have, including Raw Dog and Principal Gilman.
Yeah, no. So I definitely think we should try to find her past. I'm just saying, like, let's not jump to conclusion.
Yes.
That's
Agreed.
all I'm saying.
So I don't know if it's a good idea for Raw Dog to call her. That's the only reason I think it's just too unknown right now.
I agree, especially considering what Chris said about how she was feeling. Even if it would be totally fine, I don't think she's in.
I was gonna say I think
tolerate
she
it.
might be in danger too if she made her sick, or if it's like a risk. Maybe that's like another little beacon or something, like a light behind a sheet or something. Yeah, I don't know. There's too many metaphors. I need to go lay down.
Is that what happens to us if we stop helping the fairies?
I don't want to think about that.
If we do assume, under the assumption that she is like us, just one of the options, it said that it was Sophie. So that would explain why we have control when we're in the dreams. A symbiotic relationship means able to partner both ways, but some parasites feed more than they give. So I don't know if this is a bad thing. I mean, it felt terrible to lose her, and the tools and the comfort that she gave me, that was real. But there's also some deeper part of me that feels better now that she's gone. Like there was a pressure released.
Clark, this feels like the comic, the Spider-Man with the black suit.
Yeah, no, I was literally just thinking about it being like a whole symbiote process, which just means that I am going deeper into Spider-Man lore than I should be.
It's a weird 15th season of The House on the Hill.
It really was.
Raw Dog, do you remember House on the Hill?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You said that sometimes you're Donnie. What's Donnie like? I mean, you're awesome, but I was just really curious. The way you said that was really interesting.
I mean, I'm a freelance architect back in Cleveland. Sometimes I just take a few months off to live rough, be raw dog. Sometimes you gotta let go and wild yourself. You know, I got a theory about Bigfoot. That Bigfoot was just a guy that ventured back into his own wildness, and enough that it changed him.
Did you hear Raw Dog before you became Raw Dog?
No, man, I started living rough, and it was a funny story actually. This old guy was where I was. He wanted to sleep where I was sleeping, and we sort of faced down, and he was like, "You go, Raw Dog," and he left. And ever since then, I just like, Raw Dog. Yeah, I'm Raw Dog.
You go, Raw Dog.
Olive looks at somebody else and says, "This man needs help."
Well, it sounds like he only needs help a few months out of the year.
Yeah.
I don't. Besides Raw Dog, do we have any other leads? Because right now I feel like our tactic is like poking a bear and seeing if it will show its teeth.
I think we should look at the crash, John's crash. We should do maybe see if we can get any information, if it was just a crash or if there was any suspicious about it. You know, like Molly's aunt.
It was like, I think it was like that.
I think that's a good confirmation.
And then we should see if Erica is exhibiting any cross weirdness with remembering things like Little House on the Hill.
What was the thing that Brennan said to you on the boat again? Why, it was something about like, it doesn't matter. I'm trying to remember if there's more Brennans in town and figuring out who they are.
Is it bad that I want to talk to him?
Brennan? No, I would love to be in a room with him. Second, what if it is Spider-Man's the right track, but the symbiote saga is the wrong saga? There's one called Superior Spider-Man where Doc Ock takes over his body.
So you think this...
So what if it's more like that? Like we have these flesh bodies that just wait for us in this other dimension, but Sophie Scott is the opposite. And she just runs on autopilot until this thing needs to like take over her when it crosses over to this dimension.
It would be interesting to see if we could summon one of ours through us.
But then what if the lantern gets brighter and more things come?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That kind of scares me a little bit more, knowing of the Superior Spider-Man arc, because that kind of gives the idea that we're not us.
But what if anything we do does that? What if just waiting and doing nothing does that?
You're right. We got to do something.
Either way, guys, I think we should get out of here before it gets dark. Hey, Raw Dog, is there anything that you need? Can we help you? Do you want like food, water? Are you good? Are you stocked?
Oh, I'm so good. I've got enough for the next couple of days, and I'm heading back home in a couple days, man. So
actually, Raw Dog, I have a release that would you mind signing to use your image or likeness in a piece of commercial art? It's not a big deal.
He's a super good artist. He does murals.
Yeah. You want to do art of me, man?
Yeah, man. And maybe sell it.
Yeah.
Can you describe to me your guide so I can draw your guide guiding you? Paint your guide.
Well, I've never seen her, man. All I do is hear her and see the light.
Just give me the vibes, dude. And then I just take detailed notes of whatever he says.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like whenever she talks to me, I feel like she's someone that like knows me like from all sides, right? Like nobody really knows you from all sides, but I feel like she does.
Does this remind me of the experience with the little fairy people?
I did not felt known in that moment.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah, right. Okay, I was just making sure that it was because that felt more opposite, right? Like,
does it feel reminiscent of the mania of Brennan talking about his guide?
He did also talk about a voice guiding him, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Please go back to Cleveland, Raw Dog.
Please get out of here. It didn't stop Brennan though.
Yeah, like I feel completely seen, and sometimes like a lot of times really there's like a light in fog, It's not really fog. It's like just blurriness, because it's a dream. But like I'm always going towards it, right? Like it's like, well, it's like a lantern, and you go towards the lantern, and you follow it, and it leads you to where you're supposed to be.
I would like a reminder. Was Brennan always from Lantern Cove, or did he come from somewhere?
He came from Chicago.
Sure did. That's what I thought I remembered.
Killed that motherfucker too.
Great. Cool. Noted. Thank you.
Fuck.
Hey guys, let's go. Let's go back, and we can discuss things more on the drive home.
Yeah, Raw Dog, you need to go to Cleveland like tonight, okay? I really think you're not safe here. The government's gonna come get you. They're gonna repopulate the base.
Shit.
Yeah, leave. For real. We're headed out and we're not looking back. You wanna ride out? You have to hold on to the back though, to the ladder. Clark will drive real slow. We just can't let you in, man.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
No, I don't need to ride, man.
You want van surf? I'll let you van surf.
Yeah, you could also do that.
Seems pretty wild to me. You can feel the wind.
I don't need a ride, man. It's cool. I'll get going if you think it's not safe for me.
All right, for real, yeah, the GIs are on their way. Let's go. It's been real.
I would actually love to try to do something first.
What's that?
Freya.
Yeah.
Can we go to the tower?
Yeah.
I want to try to talk to your other.
Here? Right now?
I think here might be the closest connection we have to this thing.
Okay.
This is where the drums are.
That's fair.
I don't know if those are connected though. What?
I don't know either, but I feel like this is the best chance we have.
All right.
Works for me.
How close is it to sundown?
Yeah, let's try to make it quick though.
Oh, it's not very close. It's still
Okay.
still afternoon.
Let's just make sure we got enough time to get out of here. That was really scary with the coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm afraid this is gonna get dark and uncomfortable. Because I think what Freya's other might be tied to, or at least my best guess, is her feeling of immortality at this moment.
Maybe then pull mine, because mine is like tied to a sense of community and helping one another.
I know what my other is tied to, and it's not that.
Okay, good. All right, I like my limbs kind of where they are.
I was thinking
The other's really scary.
maybe putting them in danger to see if it will trigger her response.
Sophie wasn't in danger when...
I know, but I think it's based on, like, I'm thinking back on what you told us about that interaction. In my mind, showing her the picture and putting her in the corner of, you have busted open this person that I am trying to pretend to be at this moment. I age well, and then all of a sudden, her other comes out. It might have been whatever her goal was put in danger. But also her thing might be stronger than ours.
I'm down to try it.
I think that Chris should go too, though. If something goes wrong, he's the strongest.
I think everybody should come if they
Okay.
feel comfortable.
Yeah, no, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah. To be clear, I'm not 100% sure this is the best idea, but I gotta trust you.
I think it's a bad idea, but I'm still down to try it.
That makes me feel worse. I feel.
Yeah, that doesn't assuage any fears.
I'm sorry. I think I don't know. I feel like it's important. I feel like it's an important.
It's worth trying.
It's a big leap. It's a big leap.
Yeah,
I know.
but we gotta try shit, right?
Big leaps, big rewards.
Also,
baby.
hear me out. Maybe we just kidnap Principal Gilman. I feel like both of these have a similar risk.
I feel like that's I feel like that's like a plan, like at least a plan C, big risk.
Yeah.
Incidental manslaughter versus wrongful detainment. I'm just a little, All right, let's go. Let's just do it before we rethink.
Okay, this is a terrible idea, but Chris is the strongest. He can be there to help Freya if something happens. Clark if something happens and Freya falls, Clark can tap into something potentially.
Thanks for trying to find something, but we'll open that can of worms later. Let's just do this.
I don't think in this moment we can reassure her and have the same response. This has to be real. This has to be all, or it has to be nothing.
Wait. Before we test this really quick, just because I think this might have been tested and didn't come true. Olive was literally seconds, maybe a minute from her goal not being able to be met. And did you sprout a lace dress or what? I can't remember the whole, and shrink a little bit in height?
I didn't physically change.
Did you tap into your thing? Your other? What is that what we're calling it?
I did.
Okay, so then maybe we do know it's true then. But did you feel in control, or did you have the same thing as Sophie, where you were like, oh, what happened? Oh, why is there fire in this duct? I don't know what your other sounds like, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to mock.
No, I just felt, I felt stronger. I'm not strong. I'm really weak. I'm a big indoor kid, but I felt it felt like me. It just felt like this surge of like, I'm not gonna fucking die like this. So but it wasn't like what Chris said happened with Sophie. And I didn't change. I didn't physically. I mean, I didn't like. It was a mental thing. So, but it sounds like that's what happened with Gus, and that Zelda part of him, right? Like, Gus, you were still Gus, but you were using. I mean, well, no, but your voice. You said your voice changed.
The last time I did it, yeah.
Well, Freya was also in a heightened. I don't want to overstep out, heightened emotional state. Is that okay to say when you were walking back to the van?
Yeah, that would be accurate.
And she tapped in. Did you feel in control?
I felt pissed. I'm not generally fully in control of myself when I'm pissed, but that's normal.
But oh yeah, fair, same dude. But like no gap. See, I think we have enough case studies that this is an unnecessary risk. That's my say. If the group wants to do it, I'm with it. I'm just trying to I don't want anybody to be put in real danger if we don't have to.
I agree.
I also think the more of a risk it is, the more we should do it.
That's not how risk works.
I put my life in the hands of Gus, wholeheartedly.
I think it's a group, so we got 2-2. What are we doing? If this is a group decision.
Yeah, let's put it to a vote then.
We have an even number of people.
Raw dog.
Don't leave.
No, oh God, he's out of earshot. It's fine. Damn it.
Yeah, he's off gathering his stuff.
If we break out even, we do a coin.
I'm fine with a coin.
I personally don't think that we're at a point right now where this is the next step. I feel like there is more information that we can do that doesn't put us in danger. I'm not saying we don't try this sometime. I'm saying that maybe this isn't.
Let's just find out if all the doors are closed first before we have to break this one down.
All right, we have one more vote.
What do you think, Clark?
I think that if we do this, it shouldn't be Freya. It should be someone that's got less of a risk of breaking out and, no offense, hulking out into a rage. Atticus, you've got a guy who's extremely strong, good head on his shoulders sometimes. Chris, you're just as bestial.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily want to channel that as an emergency.
I don't think we should do this.
If it helps, I don't think our others, as we perceive them, are what they are. I think that's what we project upon them.
You changed reality with your other. It's pretty powerful. Projection or not, the real life consequences are real. of our others.
Agreed. But we are not trying to conjure our abilities that we can use through them. We are trying to conjure their consciousness.
As much as I am interested in seeing what happens, it seems like we have a vote for no.
I'm not saying it's completely off the table. I don't think that's
Yeah,
what any of us are
same.
saying.
Yeah.
But there's just other less risky choices first.
Yeah, let's run
Yeah.
down these other leads, and then maybe we'll throw Mikey out or Clark out a window.
Who's Mikey? No.
Sorry, Mikey's my friend back from New York. He's he's a theater kid too. Loves comics. Sometimes you guys remind
You
me
know
so
the
much of
saying,
each other.
throw Mikey out the window?
Yeah.
That old saying
Yeah, from Little Hill on the House.
Little House on the Hill.
I've definitely heard that a couple of times.
It's
Yeah.
fifth season. That's where the famous phrase "throw Mikey out the window" that signifies the sort of death of a show, right?
Yeah.
Listen, Gus, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong about this being some kind of like nexus or like amplification spot. I don't know if the first time we try this, we do it here. Maybe it's what we need to do it. Maybe, but I'd rather test it somewhere that isn't more likely to be a huge homing beacon for whatever massive thing is out there coming towards the lantern.
That's fair. Okay, you've convinced me.
Okay. Are we all cool with getting back to the van before
Yeah.
a bunch of coyotes
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please, that was really scary.
Let's go! More treats for the crows.
All right. You head back. You do not get lost. You do not get eaten by coyotes.
Yay.
Woo!
We made it.
And you get back to the van. We can cut it off there unless there's something else you guys want to do.
There's one thing that I'd like to do, if
Okay.
that's all right.
Yeah.
After like dropping everyone off home, like I think Clark strategically made Chris like the last one on his list to drop off to kind of just have a quick conversation with him. Dude, I heard everything about the whole like not thinking you're a good part of the team, like a useful part of the team. You're one of the strongest guys I know, both in and out of the fucking dreamscape. You want to talk about somebody who doesn't have a point? I'm the driver. The fuck am I here for? And to be completely honest, I'm not even really that needed. Everybody could take their own fucking cars if they wanted to. In fact, it's almost like been a thing once or twice.
You do a lot of the glue work.
That's not me, that's the other guy.
No, not like web glue. Like when you're on a team, there's a lot of glue work that has to get done. People have to clean up the locker room, right? People have to carry the ball bags. People have to refill the water. People have to do a lot of small tasks that frequently go ignored or overlooked. But if those tasks don't get done, the team doesn't run. If there's no ball bag, there's no game. If there's no water, there's no hydration. Just because those moments aren't recognized in their immediacy doesn't mean they're not integral to the success of our team. It's shitty work, it's tedious work, but you do it. Someone needs to host a last-minute prom party. You step in and you do it, and you cook, right? People need a ride somewhere, you do it. One of your friends feels shitty, you drive past their neighborhood to drop off everyone else to keep them in the van a little longer. All those things are important, and someone has to do them. And I get that you don't feel seen or heard in those moments when you do those things, but they're important and you're important, and that's not even getting into the morale of the team and your unerringly positive impact on just making sure we don't fall into pits of despair.
And we need a powerhouse. Someone who drives the sense of responsibility. That idea of, hey, that may be this wonderful fantasy, cool bullshit idea where we're the heroes, we're trying to save the world, but there's also the real world that, yeah, we're still trying to save, but nobody's gonna understand this shit, so we gotta keep reality at bay. Your reality check, man. You keep us in check. Now, I know we all piss each other off from time to time, but I feel like most friends do that too.
Yeah.
Back home in New York, I used to have a group of friends that would piss me off all the time with last minute bullshit. But I still love them. I still think about them every day. They text me from time to time. I'm glad. It sounds fucked up, but I'm glad this shit happened, dude. Because you're an awesome friend. And I'm glad that we have the people that we have.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you too, man. Alright, now get out of the car.
As Chris walks to his house out of the car, his phone chimes, and it's a text message from Atticus saying, meet me in the equipment shed if you want to finish this.
Oh shit.
And we can leave it at that.
Yes, we'll close on that. Absolutely.
They're having sex.
What is it?
Let's get on.
I can feel it now.